number. All right. Okay. Last number. Last number. Number. Oh, that guy. Ah! That's
Iya dah bu.
Yeah, Bonga, my princess is dead.
Okay.
Sanbonani Dubelang Ausheni. Hello. But wait, it's been a while and a half. Yes. Welcome to yet another sizzler, which is called Immerse and Praise with the B-O-N-G to the A. Once again, before your contributions are very and highly appreciated, Bangani. Subscribe, notification, and also comment, my guys, because some of the contents rather, Zali show are based on you guys' comments and whatnot. So, without further ado, I would like to touch on, we just lost another friend, sadly, before it. My brother Spiwe, rest in peace to you, brother. All right, the government. There's something called before it. What it does is they come and camp ngama tent. You know these tents, yang bamba tent. So, but usually every week, every Thursday, I think, they come. Shuti, there's people who are moneyed, who are funding this, claiming to be NGO, but it's not an NGO of some sort because they're still getting money. So these people come every Thursday before to down where, by the way, we were just shooting a sizzler. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, we were shooting my music video before too, featuring yours truly, Ukhozo Dakata. Ukhozo, don't do this.
Oh.
This is the devil's own. Rather do this.
Oh.
All right, my friend. So you know what happens now? Every Thursday, these people pitch up. They pitch their tents. Shop. They bring into spikes. No spikes, as in needles. For because in the term of opiate. You remember we had the discussion in the car. There's opioids, which come from the opium tree. Things like heroin, things like crack cocaine, things like those come from the opioid tree before you know. So these people come every Thursday, then they give out spikes, like they give out needles to Amasti Kid, my guys. To me, that's bullish. I'm sorry for you, but I think it's bullish. When I researched Buffet, they say the government, shooting the USA government and the SA government, came together, and then they invest something like 81 billion rands to these individuals. Uguti, they must cater for substance abusing street dwellers. How can you invest so much money in dishing out injections to street kids? You are actually savaging and ravaging them more instead of investing those very same funds into the rehabilitative side of things.
Well, what are the injections for? Like
for these guys, I think these guys are using drugs.
Oh.
Street kids who use drugs.
Yeah.
There are certain drugs which they use by needle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, heroin.
Yeah.
Heroin is a diverse drug.
Yeah.
So there are three ways of smoking heroin. There's sniffing it through your nostrils. There is putting it, sprinkling it on weed, and then there's the injection side of things. Of which mina ngiyayisaba. I'm so sorry.
So they came there and gave
They
them
come
injection.
every month, Papa. I mean, they come, I think 3 times a month.
Oh,
Then they take names. They write down the names of the street kids.
Or the injection taking time, like it's like a substitute drug, but it's healthier.
No, bruh.
Like it's like a drug, like they give.
No, it's like an injection.
Oh.
Needle, the needle, empty clean needle.
Oh, I see.
Yes, they
Oh.
just dish out needles.
Serious? Oh.
Seriously. The drugs are bought on the streets, but they use free needles, which the government pagisa them.
Yeah.
Why, Baba Nigamandu? They say that 90% of people who use needle injection drugs are prone to vascular diseases like HIV, and you know why? That's why you remember this thing by busy Bluetooth. There was this thing called Bluetooth. Okay, there was it's heroin. Eh? You know what the guys do? Eh? They take heroin, a spoon for eating. They pour the sachet of heroin. Eh? They put water, they mix it. Eh? And then you know what they do, brother? Eh? I suck on my blood, eh? And then suck half. Okay, suck all that blood.
Oh, I think I've seen it.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then
you mix it.
yeah.
So with your blood.
Yeah. So what they do, why it's called the Bluetooth? I need to when you wrap your hand around your before injecting, it stops the flow. So when they inject, it mixes, but it does not release. It mixes in there. Then someone comes and says, "Oh, dog, can we compromise? I haven't smoked for the day." Then the other guy pulls out his blood and gives it to this one to inject. So that's sharing blood. Do you understand now? Because of scarcity of injections. These guys use one injection 30 times to the point where it becomes blunt. When it becomes blunt, they stretch it on a stone to make it sharp again. And then to... So that is why you find some guys on the streets are limping. Some of them have got wounds. Some of them, yes, because there are so many septic elements to using septic needles. Because a needle, an injection, is a once-use only thing. I mean, you use it once and then discard or dispose it away. I get out. Now here comes this huge company called which is fighting HIV and AIDS and the likes of sexually transmitted diseases. And that's very sad because my brother's PO, who just passed away last week, died of a sexual transmitted disease from without having sex. Many of my brothers and sisters on the streets are HIV positive. Do you know that? You know that, by the way, right now, when we were shooting that music video, do you realize that 75% of those guys are positive? So it's a sad reality. My brothers are being ravaged on the streets and the government is keeping silent, my brother. It is about time we stand up before it too. I believe Bonga before it too. God has destined me to raise awareness. And I'm not going to stop speaking until something happens. I believe this podcast was born to be a voice to the voiceless. As you all know, my guys, that is the very same reason why CB is a mass embrace, which means loving each other, the people. Right. Why? Okay, my point being, how can you spend 71 billion rands in giving and dishing out of free needles to people who use drugs? They, in their own perception, think they are helping.
So they saying they're helping because they don't want you guys to repeat needles.
Yes, not you, not me, guys, but them guys. Because I don't use needles. Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah.
That sounded bad.
So that's what they say they're doing. Yes, to try and at least eradicate the scourge of transmitted vascular diseases. Yeah, things like gonorrhea, things like. Okay, listen. Let me count how many friends I've lost from needle spiking who have died of sexually transmitted diseases. Rest in peace to the following. Tsepo, rest in peace. He died of an unknown vascular disease. Sien, rest in peace. Sien died of gonorrhea. It's called gonorrhea.
I see it.
It ravages the genitals, where your genitals get sores with abscess, and there's a foul smell on the abscess. Yes, and he imagine the guy doesn't have a girlfriend, but he died of a sexual transmitted disease, of which is an STD through sharing of needles. You understand? Okay, last week I told you we lost Spiwe. Rest in peace, my brother. We lost another guy called Sean. This year around March. Rest in peace, Sean. Sean died of another. It's a form of gonorrhea, because also he died with his swollen genitals and whatnot. Yeah, he's on the and then okay, Shawnee. Yeah, the list goes on before you. To go to some of them, you're by head. But my brother, the list is endless. Yeah, I believe what he, especially spiking in specific, the spiking of heroin. I believe what is the devil's tool to ravage my brothers and sisters on the streets. And here's this so-called government with their so-called busy still feeding them needles. It's like they're just fueling the thing. It's like, okay, smoke. We know you smoke, and then here's the utilities to smoke. You see, they do free testing, you know. They do free testing and counseling. Testing of HIV, testing of TB, testing of COVID-19. You understand? You remember the other day was you were passing with the car. There was a tent, man, written USA. Those people. Yes, my brother. I believe, Jorge, that 71 billion rands a year could establish something that could be rehabilitative. You understand? Instead of feeding my brothers and sisters needles to further inject themselves into death. Yes, yeah. We lost another girl called Bonga. Rest in peace to you, Bonga. She was hustling down at Mayfair. Yes. She started urinating blood. Yes, rest in peace to you. Oh, another one was Slender. Rest in peace to you, Slender. Slender injected, and she immediately fainted and she foamed in the mouth. She died. Rest in peace to you. Rest in peace to Schwarzenegger. There was a boy called Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. Oh damn! Rest in peace, Mahlafuna. His name is Clara. One day he was. All of a sudden he had a seizure after injecting. Because you know what happens sometimes. And you know these merchants, Brian, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't know what these merchants will say in Judgment Day. You see 80% of drugs which are ravaging the streets come from those two nations. Here's another. Heroin, nyaope, opium, crystal meth, yes, which is called sugar, ice, or spice. Ndanda, which is mandrakes, made from Stockton CS. Crack cocaine, which is also called the rocks, and candle and wax. Those guys are the biggest suppliers of this thing. And then you remember there's this guy called Kolane. Kolane, by the way, there's a chance he might come here. He said he's willing to come and speak.
Serious?
And Kolane, the Sizoktola guy.
Oh, I see.
The one on Mzansi Moja Love.
Oh, yeah.
The one who was with police. Then they were raiding. What you call?
Like demons.
They are drug goons. They were after the big goons. Yes, what I'm telling you. Yes. And one thing I would love to expose before you too is the corruption within the South Africa. Those people are corrupt, most of them. Guys, Khozo, you always drive me around, ne? How many times? I guarantee you. What has become of us, the society? Yeah, is already
Hotta Carter, you do beats too? Hotta Carter, what can't you do?
Yeah, love is not something you think about hard. Just wake in the morning and greet with a smile. Don't worry about nothing that you never got. Just focus on everything you ever got. My wife is American, I am African. Ain't no racism with a difference. I do everything I can, be a better man. Always never ran, that's the master plan. Always never wanted a word, just focus on doing what I love. The rapping, the dancing, the singing, performing, avoiding days, shifting, the sweating. My sister just passed away, ain't no runaway from the gruesome pain. Never goes on. My father just passed away, never saw me win. Said her every day, why'd you go away? Me and my wife just bought a new house. It's furnished, it's modern, it's got a new pool. The garden is magical, painting is radical. Situated in the city, Cosanton. Love that will never end. I'm a different man, got a different plan. I am different, still go through some bad plans. Got a speeding ticket, gotta go pay by the traffic. All this good don't come with some bad. A moment you're up and then you sad. Both of these things that come from the maker. Gotta be strong and face the music. Powers in the tongue, their emotion, their adrenaline. Got it. Mind is so powerful, it is critical, can be dangerous, it's a blessing. There's nothing for you to worry about. They pulling you down for all the clout from all the haters that's up and down and living without. That's all love. That's all love. There's nothing for you to worry about. They pulling you down for all the clout from all the haters that's up and down and living without. That's all love. That's all love.
I look at the savage of hate abound to the masses, and I get to think, Bonga, if your lip and tongue could marry, what kind of a child will they give birth to? A child who's called word. And one word, what did it be, Bonga? That word would be love. I would disperse this word if this word could be a cloud and rain down upon Abantu, because no one is immune to. I would allow this word love to turn into cumulus nimbus clouds as they grow darker.
There's nothing for you to worry about. They pulling you down for all the clout from all the haters that's up and down and living without. That's all love. That's all love. There's nothing for you to worry about. They pulling you down for all the clout from all the haters that's up and down and living without. That's all